Speak only if it improves upon the silence, Mahatma Gandhi once advised, capturing the profound impact of measured words and the power of silence. In a world bustling with noise, where words often outnumber actions, the ability to harness silence becomes a rare and powerful tool. Imagine navigating life's complexities not by the multitude of words you expend, but by the thoughtful silence you keep. Here we explore why saying less truly means more, diving into the art of strategic silence that can reshape not only personal interactions, but also inner tranquility. If you're intrigued by the potential of silence to transform and enrich your life, ensure you subscribe and join us on this enlightening journey. Dive deep into discussions, share your experiences with silence, and learn from a community dedicated to the power of less. Let's unravel the quiet force behind silence together. Remember, sometimes the most impactful statements are those left unspoken. Lesson 1. Understanding the power of silence. Silence is often underestimated, but in truth, it holds immense power in shaping our lives, interactions, and thoughts. In a world that values constant chatter, we rarely pause to appreciate the strength that lies in quiet restraint. The first step to harnessing this power is understanding silence not as a void, but as a profound tool for clarity and self-mastery. Silence allows space for reflection, helps us to process thoughts more deeply, and, most importantly, prevents us from speaking impulsively or saying things we may later regret. When we use silence deliberately, we can transform it into a powerful force that guides our actions and interactions with intentionality and wisdom. At its core, silence fosters self-control, which is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. How often do we say things in the heat of the moment, only to feel remorse afterward? Silence allows us the time to reflect before we react, ensuring our responses align with our values rather than being driven by fleeting emotions. When you cultivate the habit of pausing before speaking, you're training yourself to detach from immediate impulses and to consider whether your words will truly serve a purpose or simply add noise to the conversation. This pause gives us the power to choose responses that are constructive and thoughtful, often leading to more harmonious and meaningful exchanges. Furthermore, silence deepens our capacity for listening. In conversations, the tendency to think about our next response often prevents us from truly understanding what the other person is saying. By embracing silence, we make space to listen more actively, absorbing not only the words, but also the emotions, intentions, and nuances behind them. This kind of attentive listening fosters empathy, strengthens relationships, and helps us respond more appropriately to others. Through silence, we show respect to the speaker, allowing them to express themselves fully without interruption. Another critical aspect of silence is its role in preserving energy and focus. Words can often distract us from our goals or drain us of energy that could be better used elsewhere. By conserving our words and focusing on what truly matters, we can channel our energy into more productive and fulfilling endeavors. In doing so, silence becomes a form of self-discipline that enhances our personal growth. Moreover, silence builds inner resilience. In moments of discomfort or adversity, silence teaches us patience and endurance. This ability to withstand discomfort without rushing to express it is a sign of emotional maturity and strength. Silence, then, is not about retreat or weakness. It is an intentional choice that fosters inner strength, allowing us to handle life's challenges with grace and composure. In summary, understanding the power of silence is the first step toward using it as a tool for personal mastery. By embracing silence, we develop self-control, enhance our listening skills, conserve energy, and build resilience. This deliberate use of silence cultivates a life marked by thoughtful action, clear intention, and emotional strength, paving the way for a more mindful and fulfilling existence. Lesson 2. Silence as a tool for self-reflection. Silence offers a unique opportunity for self-reflection, providing the mental space needed to examine our thoughts, actions, and goals. In a world constantly demanding our attention, silence acts as a sanctuary, allowing us to step back from the noise and reconnect with our inner selves. When we embrace moments of quiet, we create a sacred space to explore our values, consider our intentions, and assess our progress toward personal growth. Silence becomes a tool that nurtures our self-awareness, giving us clarity about who we are and where we want to go. Self-reflection through silence allows us to examine our responses to life's challenges. Often, we are so caught up in reacting to circumstances that we don't fully understand why we feel the way we do. Taking time in silence to reflect on our emotions helps us uncover underlying beliefs, fears, or insecurities that influence our reactions. For example, if we find ourselves frequently frustrated in certain situations, silence gives us the chance to ask why and explore the root cause of that frustration. This introspection leads to greater emotional intelligence, empowering us to respond more thoughtfully rather than being driven by automatic reactions. Furthermore, silence in self-reflection encourages us to set meaningful goals and prioritize our efforts. When life gets busy, it's easy to become distracted by short-term demands or societal expectations, losing sight of our long-term aspirations. Regularly engaging in silent self-reflection helps us realign with our core values and purpose, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. During these quiet moments, we can ask ourselves if our current actions are aligned with our goals, and, if not, make adjustments. This practice fosters intentionality, making it easier to stay on track and avoid unnecessary distractions that don't serve our higher purpose. Silence also gives us a chance to process and learn from our experiences. Rather than moving from one task or event to the next without pause, we can use silence to evaluate our successes and setbacks. Reflecting on both our achievements and mistakes offers valuable lessons and insights that can shape future decisions. This continuous self-assessment through silence is essential for personal growth, as it helps us identify areas for improvement and reinforces behaviors that contribute to our well-being. In this way, silence acts as a compass, guiding us toward becoming the best version of ourselves. Moreover, silence cultivates a sense of inner peace and contentment. When we are constantly engaged in the external world, we may find ourselves influenced by comparisons, competition, or societal pressures. Silence allows us to detach from these influences, centering us in our own truth. In moments of quiet reflection, we can connect with a deeper sense of self-worth that isn't tied to external validation. This inner peace fosters resilience, enabling us to approach life's challenges with calm and clarity, rather than anxiety or haste. To harness the full power of silence as a tool for self-reflection, establish a regular practice of quiet time each day. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness, these moments of silence can bring profound insights and clarity. Embrace the discomfort that may initially arise in silence, knowing that it is in these spaces of stillness that the most meaningful growth occurs. Over time, this practice will deepen your self-awareness, helping you to navigate life with a grounded and purposeful sense of direction. In conclusion, silence is a powerful tool for self-reflection that fosters self-awareness, intentionality, and inner peace. By carving out time for quiet introspection, we gain a clearer understanding of our values and goals, learn from our experiences, and build a resilient sense of self. Embracing silence in this way not only strengthens our inner resolve, but also empowers us to lead a more fulfilling and authentic life. Lesson 3. Silence in building stronger relationships. Silence isn't just a tool for personal growth, it plays a powerful role in strengthening our relationships. Often we assume that communication in relationships relies on constant verbal exchanges, but silence, when used intentionally, can deepen trust, enhance understanding, and foster genuine connections. Silence allows us to listen actively, giving others the space to express themselves fully, free from interruptions or judgment. By embracing silence in our interactions, we signal respect and attentiveness, two key elements that cultivate trust and emotional intimacy in any relationship. When we truly listen in silence, we move beyond merely hearing words to understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. This kind of listening requires patience and restraint, as it means resisting the urge to interject or provide advice immediately. Many times people don't need our words, they need our presence. In relationships, especially during vulnerable moments, silence creates a safe space for others to share openly, knowing they won't be interrupted or rushed. This mindful silence strengthens bonds, as it shows a willingness to support the other person unconditionally, allowing them to feel valued and heard. Moreover, silence can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts from escalating. In emotionally charged situations, words can quickly become weapons, leading to statements that are hard to take back. By choosing silence over impulsive responses, we give ourselves time to process what we feel and think before speaking. This pause allows us to approach the conversation with clarity and empathy, reducing the risk of misunderstandings and creating a more constructive atmosphere. Silence acts as a buffer, giving emotions time to settle so that we can communicate thoughtfully rather than reactively. In this way, silence serves as a form of emotional regulation that supports healthier, more effective communication. In professional relationships, silence can also be an asset. By holding back from speaking too soon, we allow others to voice their opinions and ideas, promoting an environment of collaboration and mutual respect. Silence encourages others to contribute, which can lead to more balanced and inclusive discussions. Additionally, silence can project confidence, as it conveys a willingness to listen and understand before responding. Leaders, in particular, benefit from mastering the art of silence, as it signals a measured, thoughtful approach that inspires trust among team members and fosters a culture of open communication. Silence can also enhance our ability to empathize in relationships. When we refrain from filling every pause with our own thoughts or solutions, we learn to appreciate the other person's perspective without filtering it through our own biases. This reflective silence encourages empathy, helping us to see the situation from their viewpoint and understand their emotions more deeply. Empathy is the cornerstone of strong relationships, and silence provides the mental space we need to cultivate it genuinely. To incorporate silence effectively into your relationships, practice intentional pauses during conversations. Allow the other person to complete their thoughts fully before responding, and don't be afraid of moments of quiet. Resist the urge to rush into advice or reassurance. Sometimes, just being present is the most supportive thing you can offer. Reflect on how silence can enhance your listening skills and improve the quality of your interactions, gradually building a stronger, more resilient foundation for all your relationships. In conclusion, silence is an underappreciated but essential element of building stronger relationships. Through silence, we learn to listen, empathize, and communicate with greater respect and understanding. By allowing space for others, managing our impulses, and fostering a patient presence, we strengthen our connections and create a more compassionate, supportive relational environment. In embracing silence, we not only grow closer to others, but also cultivate a deeper sense of respect and empathy that enriches all aspects of our interpersonal lives. Lesson 4. Silence as a pathway to emotional resilience. Silence serves as a powerful tool in building emotional resilience, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater stability and strength. In a noisy world where reactions often happen at the speed of thought, silence offers us the opportunity to pause, process, and approach our emotions with mindfulness rather than impulsiveness. By allowing ourselves moments of quiet when faced with adversity, we create the space necessary to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. This deliberate stillness builds resilience by fostering a sense of inner calm that can withstand external turbulence. One of the key aspects of emotional resilience is the ability to accept and process difficult emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Silence helps us engage with our emotions in a balanced way, allowing us to observe and understand them without judgment. Rather than suppressing anger, fear, or frustration, silence provides a moment to sit with these feelings, explore their roots, and decide how to respond constructively. By acknowledging emotions in silence, we validate our experiences without letting them dictate our actions, a crucial step in building emotional strength. Moreover, silence enhances our ability to self-regulate during stressful situations. When we encounter challenges, our natural response is often to react quickly, sometimes out of anger or frustration. However, quick reactions can lead to regrettable outcomes or escalate conflicts. By embracing silence, we grant ourselves time to let initial emotional waves subside, allowing us to engage with our rational mind. This pause helps us manage our reactions better, especially in high-stress environments, as we're more likely to act in ways that align with our long-term values and goals, rather than fleeting emotional states. Silence also cultivates resilience by helping us connect with our inner strength. In moments of silence, we can reflect on past experiences where we successfully overcame adversity, reminding ourselves of our capacity to endure and grow. This internal dialogue reinforces our belief in our own resilience, fostering confidence that we can handle whatever life throws our way. This practice of silent reflection on past resilience builds a mental foundation for future challenges, preparing us to face them with composure and a positive mindset. Additionally, silence allows us to step back and see the bigger picture, especially in difficult situations. When emotions are high, it's easy to focus narrowly on immediate problems, losing sight of our broader goals and values. Silence enables us to rise above the moment, viewing challenges as part of a larger journey rather than isolated crises. This shift in perspective minimizes the impact of minor setbacks and strengthens our ability to handle significant challenges, as we realize that they are not the end but part of a continuous process of growth. To cultivate resilience through silence, consider incorporating regular moments of quiet into your daily routine, especially during times of stress. Meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting in stillness can help center your mind and ground your emotions. During these moments, focus on observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, acknowledging their presence while choosing how to respond to them. Practicing silence consistently will strengthen your capacity to stay calm and resilient, even in the face of life's most trying moments. In conclusion, silence is a vital pathway to emotional resilience, offering the mental space needed to process emotions, manage reactions, and reinforce inner strength. By practicing silence, we gain a valuable tool that empowers us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, maintain perspective, and navigate challenges with a balanced and composed outlook. Embracing silence in this way fosters a resilience that not only helps us endure difficulties, but also enriches our overall experience of life, allowing us to move through challenges with grace and determination. Lesson 5. Silence as a catalyst for creativity. Silence holds an incredible power to unlock creativity, offering a quiet space where ideas can flow freely and insights can emerge without the distraction of external noise or mental clutter. In a world that constantly demands our attention, taking intentional moments of silence can provide a much-needed escape from overstimulation, allowing us to tap into the deeper recesses of our minds where true creativity resides. For anyone seeking to nurture their creative potential, silence isn't just a break from noise, it's a fertile ground where imagination can flourish. Creativity often thrives when the mind has room to wander, and silence provides precisely that freedom. In silence, our thoughts are unbounded by the demands of responding to emails, conversations, or the constant barrage of social media updates. This absence of interruption allows our brains to enter a state known as diffuse mode, where connections form more easily and new ideas come together in unexpected ways. In silence, we give our minds the space to play with possibilities and explore different perspectives, which is essential for creative problem-solving and innovation. Moreover, silence fosters a reflective state that enables us to delve deeply into ideas. Without the pressure to immediately articulate thoughts or respond to external stimuli, we can explore concepts and ideas with more depth and clarity. This is especially beneficial for complex creative projects such as writing, art, or scientific innovation, where superficial thinking often doesn't yield groundbreaking results. Silence provides the canvas upon which we can test ideas, refine them, and let them evolve organically. It allows us to think things through at our own pace, encouraging a deeper and more meaningful creative process. Silence also minimizes the influence of external opinions and judgments, allowing our authentic voice to come through. Creativity is often stifled by the fear of criticism or the pressure to conform to certain standards. In silence, however, we're free from these constraints, able to explore our thoughts and ideas without fear of immediate judgment. This can lead to a purer form of expression, as silence empowers us to connect with our true creative instincts. When we're not worried about how our ideas will be received, we can approach them with more curiosity and less self-censorship, which opens the door to original and inspired work. Furthermore, silence promotes mindfulness, which enhances our sensitivity to subtle insights and observations that fuel creativity. When we engage in activities that require silent focus, like painting, writing, or even walking in nature, we become more attuned to the details around us. This heightened awareness allows us to see beauty and inspiration in places we might otherwise overlook, providing a wellspring of creative material that enriches our work. Mindfulness in silence also helps us stay present with our creative projects, deepening our connection to what we're creating and fostering a sense of flow. To harness the power of silence for creativity, establish regular periods of quiet time in your day. These moments don't have to be lengthy. Even a few minutes can be transformative if used intentionally. Try sitting quietly without distractions, engaging in a solo activity, or immersing yourself in nature. Allow your mind to wander and explore whatever comes up without judgment. Trust that in this silence, your mind is working behind the scenes, connecting dots and fostering ideas in ways you may not yet realize. In conclusion, silence acts as a catalyst for creativity by creating a space free from distractions, fostering depth of thought, minimizing external influences, and enhancing mindfulness. By embracing silence, we allow our creative potential to unfold naturally, cultivating an environment where ideas can bloom and inspiration flows freely. This quiet sanctuary not only enhances the quality of our creative work, but also deepens our connection to the creative process, turning each silent moment into an opportunity for discovery and growth. Lesson 6. Silence as a means to cultivate inner peace. Silence is not just an absence of noise, it's a pathway to inner tranquility and a profound tool for self-healing. In a world filled with constant stimulation and endless demands, finding moments of silence can be a sanctuary for the mind, allowing it to reset, recharge, and reconnect with a sense of peace. Cultivating inner peace through silence is a process of letting go of external distractions and tuning into our internal world, where clarity, balance, and calm await. When we embrace silence, we create an environment where stress, anxiety, and inner turbulence can be soothed, making room for a grounded sense of well-being. The practice of silence allows us to detach from the relentless stream of information and expectations that often drive our stress. In moments of quiet, we can observe our thoughts without being pulled into them, recognizing that not every thought demands our attention or reaction. This detachment is a form of mindfulness, where we become witnesses to our own minds rather than participants in its every whim. By regularly engaging in silence, we learn to let go of mental clutter, which brings us closer to a state of inner calm. Over time, this habit of quiet observation builds a mental resilience that helps us face daily challenges with greater composure and less emotional reactivity. Silence also encourages a deeper connection with ourselves, as it creates space to explore our true feelings, desires, and values without external influence. In the absence of noise and other people's voices, we can listen to our own intuition and get in touch with what truly matters to us. This self-connection is the foundation of inner peace, as it allows us to act from a place of authenticity rather than external pressure. When we are aligned with our true selves, we experience a sense of harmony and contentment that is not dependent on outside circumstances. Moreover, silence provides a respite for our nervous system, which is often overstimulated by constant activity and information overload. Research has shown that silence has physiological benefits, such as lowering blood pressure, reducing cortisol levels, and improving focus. By giving ourselves time in silence, we activate the body's natural relaxation response, which promotes overall mental and physical health. This state of relaxation is essential for inner peace, as it reduces tension and allows us to approach life with a calm, centered mind. Another aspect of finding peace in silence is learning to accept uncertainty and impermanence. In silence, we confront the unknown without the usual distractions or coping mechanisms that keep us from facing it. By sitting quietly with ourselves, we can explore feelings of insecurity or fear without trying to change or escape them. This acceptance cultivates a deeper sense of peace, as it teaches us that we can handle discomfort and change with grace. Embracing silence helps us develop a calm resilience, where we are no longer disturbed by the unpredictable nature of life. To cultivate inner peace through silence, make it a daily ritual to set aside time for quiet reflection. Whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply sitting in stillness, these moments of silence can serve as an anchor amidst the chaos of everyday life. Start with a few minutes each day, gradually extending your practice as you become more comfortable with the quiet. During this time, allow yourself to let go of external distractions and focus on being present with yourself. Observe your thoughts and emotions with a gentle curiosity, and notice how silence creates a feeling of spaciousness within you. In conclusion, silence is a powerful means to cultivate inner peace, providing a sanctuary for self-reflection, relaxation, and acceptance. By embracing moments of quiet, we connect with our authentic selves, soothe our nervous system, and learn to accept life's uncertainties. This practice of silence leads to a deep, lasting sense of calm and resilience, equipping us to face life's challenges with grace and unshakable peace. Lesson 7. Silence as a form of self-control. Silence is a powerful form of self-control, one that empowers us to resist impulsive reactions and approach situations with intentionality and thoughtfulness. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves reacting instinctively to situations, particularly when emotions run high. However, embracing silence enables us to pause and reflect, offering a moment to choose our response rather than being carried away by immediate feelings or external pressures. Through silence, we can practice restraint, developing the discipline to act in ways that align with our values and long-term goals rather than short-lived impulses. Self-control, as cultivated through silence, involves understanding that not every thought or emotion requires an outward response. Silence teaches us that we don't need to express every frustration, justify every action, or defend every opinion. By holding back and choosing silence, we exercise control over our own impulses, demonstrating maturity and wisdom. This ability to resist immediate reaction is particularly valuable in challenging situations, where reacting emotionally could escalate conflicts or lead to regrettable outcomes. Silence acts as a buffer, allowing us to step back, assess the situation, and approach it from a calm, collected perspective. Furthermore, silence enables us to process our emotions before acting on them. When we react impulsively, we are often driven by surface-level feelings that may not fully represent our deeper intentions or true needs. By embracing silence, we allow these emotions to settle, creating a clearer space to examine what we are truly feeling and why. This internal reflection prevents us from making rash decisions based on fleeting emotions, fostering greater emotional intelligence. Over time, this practice of silent reflection becomes a habit, empowering us to approach situations with a balanced, composed mindset. Silence also helps us to establish boundaries and protect our mental well-being. When we habitually say yes to every demand or engage in every discussion, we can quickly become overwhelmed, leaving little energy for our own priorities. Silence, in this context, is a form of self-preservation, allowing us to withhold responses when necessary and maintain focus on what truly matters to us. By choosing silence, we communicate that our time and energy are valuable, reinforcing our boundaries in a subtle but effective way. This discipline of choosing when to speak and when to remain silent is crucial for maintaining balance and protecting our inner peace. Additionally, practicing silence helps us cultivate patience, a quality essential to self-control. By choosing to remain silent, especially when eager to respond, we practice patience and restraint, allowing us to develop a more measured and thoughtful approach. This patience enhances our ability to listen, observe, and understand situations fully before taking action. In a world that often values quick responses and immediate gratification, the patience fostered through silence stands out as a profound form of strength and discipline, allowing us to make decisions that serve our best interests in the long run. To incorporate silence as a tool for self-control, practice pausing before responding, particularly in moments of stress or conflict. Give yourself the time to assess whether speaking will genuinely contribute to the situation or if silence would be more powerful. In these moments, focus on your breath, letting the silence ground you before you decide how to respond. Gradually, this practice will strengthen your ability to stay composed and respond with clarity and purpose, reinforcing your self-control. Lesson 7. Silence as a form of self-control. Silence is a powerful form of self-control, one that empowers us to resist impulsive reactions and approach situations with intentionality and thoughtfulness. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves reacting instinctively to situations, particularly when emotions run high. However, embracing silence enables us to pause and reflect, offering a moment to choose our response rather than being carried away by immediate feelings or external pressures. Through silence, we can practice restraint, developing the discipline to act in ways that align with our values and long-term goals rather than short-lived impulses. Self-control, as cultivated through silence, involves understanding that not every thought or emotion requires an outward response. Silence teaches us that we don't need to express every frustration, justify every action, or defend every opinion. By holding back and choosing silence, we exercise control over our own impulses, demonstrating maturity and wisdom. This ability to resist immediate reaction is particularly valuable in challenging situations where reacting emotionally could escalate conflicts or lead to regrettable outcomes. Silence acts as a buffer, allowing us to step back, assess the situation, and approach it from a calm, collected perspective. Furthermore, silence enables us to process our emotions before acting on them. When we react impulsively, we are often driven by surface-level feelings that may not fully represent our deeper intentions or true needs. By embracing silence, we allow these emotions to settle, creating a clearer space to examine what we're truly feeling and why. This internal reflection prevents us from making rash decisions based on fleeting emotions, fostering greater emotional intelligence. Over time, this practice of silent reflection becomes a habit, empowering us to approach situations with a balanced, composed mindset. Silence also helps us to establish boundaries and protect our mental well-being. When we habitually say yes to every demand or engage in every discussion, we can quickly become overwhelmed, leaving little energy for our own priorities. Silence, in this context, is a form of self-preservation, allowing us to withhold responses when necessary and maintain focus on what truly matters to us. By choosing silence, we communicate that our time and energy are valuable, reinforcing our boundaries in a subtle but effective way. This discipline of choosing when to speak and when to remain silent is crucial for maintaining balance and protecting our inner peace. Additionally, practicing silence helps us cultivate patience, a quality essential to self-control. By choosing to remain silent, especially when eager to respond, we practice patience and restraint, allowing us to develop a more measured and thoughtful approach. This patience enhances our ability to listen, observe, and understand situations fully before taking action. In a world that often values quick responses and immediate gratification, the patience fostered through silence stands out as a profound form of strength and discipline, allowing us to make decisions that serve our best interests in the long run. To incorporate silence as a tool for self-control, practice pausing before responding, particularly in moments of stress or conflict. Give yourself the time to assess whether speaking will genuinely contribute to the situation or if silence would be more powerful. In these moments, focus on your breath, letting the silence ground you before you decide how to respond. Gradually, this practice will strengthen your ability to stay composed and respond with clarity and purpose, reinforcing your self-control. In conclusion, silence is a potent form of self-control, enabling us to resist impulsive reactions, establish boundaries, process emotions, and cultivate patience. By embracing silence, we enhance our capacity to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively, fostering a greater sense of personal discipline and emotional stability. Through this quiet yet transformative practice, we develop the self-mastery needed to navigate life with wisdom and intention. Lesson 8. Silence as a path to mindfulness. Silence offers a gateway to mindfulness, allowing us to cultivate a deep awareness of the present moment and a profound connection with ourselves. In a world where distractions are everywhere, silence becomes a rare and precious state that allows us to escape the noise and truly engage with our surroundings. Practicing silence helps us to slow down, absorb the details of our experiences, and bring our full attention to the present. Through mindful silence, we discover a richer, more meaningful way of living, as we learn to observe our thoughts, sensations, and emotions without judgment or distraction. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present, and silence enhances this state by eliminating external stimuli that often pull us away from the here and now. In moments of silence, we can shift our attention to the subtleties we might otherwise overlook, the rustling of leaves, the rhythm of our breath, or the warmth of sunlight on our skin. This heightened awareness of sensory details anchors us in the present, promoting a state of calm and clarity. Silence helps us realize that we don't always need something external to fill our attention. The beauty of life is often in the simplicity of just being. Moreover, silence allows us to observe our thoughts from a distance, fostering a sense of detachment that is essential for mindfulness. Often, our minds are flooded with thoughts, worries, and mental chatter that pull us in multiple directions. When we practice silence, we can step back from this whirlwind of thoughts and watch them pass by like clouds in the sky. This detachment helps us understand that thoughts are not facts. They are simply mental events that come and go. This realization is key to mindfulness, as it allows us to interact with our thoughts without being overwhelmed by them, leading to greater mental clarity and emotional stability. Practicing silence as a form of mindfulness also enhances our ability to manage stress and anxiety. When we're constantly reacting to external stimuli, our nervous system remains on high alert, making us more susceptible to stress. Silence offers a respite from this overstimulation, calming the mind and body. By focusing on our breath and grounding ourselves in the present moment, we activate the body's relaxation response, which reduces cortisol levels and lowers blood pressure. This physical calm enhances our emotional resilience, helping us to navigate challenges with greater ease and composure. Silence also nurtures self-compassion, a key component of mindfulness. In quiet moments, we have the space to acknowledge our feelings without judgment, to sit with our discomfort, and to treat ourselves with kindness. Rather than avoiding or dismissing our emotions, silence encourages us to face them openly and with acceptance. This practice fosters a gentler relationship with ourselves, allowing us to cultivate compassion not just toward ourselves, but also toward others. To incorporate silence as a path to mindfulness, try setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focusing on your breath or the sensations in your body. Let go of any need to change or judge what you observe, and simply be present with whatever arises. Over time, this practice will deepen your awareness and improve your ability to remain grounded, even in the midst of life's demands. In conclusion, silence is a powerful ally in cultivating mindfulness. It provides the mental space needed to experience the present moment fully, observe thoughts with detachment, reduce stress, and nurture self-compassion. By embracing silence as a path to mindfulness, we unlock a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us, discovering that true peace and clarity often lie in the quiet spaces we create for ourselves. Through this mindful silence, we learn to live more fully, with greater awareness, compassion, and presence. Lesson 9. Silence as a source of inner strength. Silence, far from being merely the absence of noise, can be a profound source of inner strength. In moments of quiet, we connect with a part of ourselves that is untouched by external demands, opinions, or the turbulence of everyday life. This silent space within us is where resilience is born, where we can find clarity and conviction in our values and choices. Silence empowers us to withdraw from the chaos and discover the strength that lies beneath the surface, giving us the courage to face challenges with a composed and steady mind. By intentionally cultivating silence, we nurture a reservoir of inner strength that supports us through life's ups and downs. At its core, silence helps us center ourselves, anchoring us in our own presence rather than letting us be swept away by the expectations or judgments of others. In a world where opinions and information constantly bombard us, silence is a retreat that allows us to listen to our own voice. This inner clarity is essential for making choices that align with our authentic selves. When we regularly connect with our own thoughts and feelings in silence, we become less susceptible to external influences, developing a strong sense of self that remains steady, regardless of external pressures. Moreover, silence enhances our ability to endure discomfort, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. When we sit with silence, we often encounter our own thoughts, fears, and insecurities. Rather than avoiding these feelings, silence encourages us to confront them with patience and acceptance. This practice teaches us that we are capable of facing discomfort without needing to escape or distract ourselves. By building this tolerance for silence, we simultaneously build tolerance for life's inevitable challenges. This resilience becomes a foundation of inner strength, allowing us to stand firm and composed, even when life feels overwhelming. Silence also promotes emotional stability by giving us the space to process our feelings before reacting. Often, in the heat of the moment, we may feel compelled to react impulsively, driven by anger, frustration, or anxiety. However, by taking a moment of silence, we allow these emotions to settle, gaining perspective on the situation. This pause can make a tremendous difference, transforming our reactions into thoughtful responses. The ability to respond from a place of calm and reason is a hallmark of inner strength, demonstrating a mastery over our emotions that enhances both our personal growth and relationships. Furthermore, silence supports mental clarity, enabling us to solve problems more effectively. When our minds are quiet, we are able to think with greater focus and creativity. This is why some of our best ideas often arise in moments of solitude and silence, free from distraction. By dedicating time to quiet reflection, we allow our minds to work through challenges more organically, fostering an intuitive strength that guides us toward wise solutions. This clarity in silence becomes a guiding force, helping us make decisions rooted in confidence and foresight. To incorporate silence as a source of inner strength, establish moments of quiet reflection in your daily routine. This could be as simple as a few minutes of meditation, a silent walk, or sitting quietly with a cup of tea. During these times, focus on grounding yourself, observing your thoughts, and reconnecting with your inner voice. Over time, this practice of silent introspection will fortify your sense of self, fostering a resilience that can support you through any challenge. Lesson 9. Silence as a source of inner strength. Silence, far from being merely the absence of noise, can be a profound source of inner strength. In moments of quiet, we connect with a part of ourselves that is untouched by external demands, opinions, or the turbulence of everyday life. This silent space within us is where resilience is born, where we can find clarity and conviction in our values and choices. Silence empowers us to withdraw from the chaos and discover the strength that lies beneath the surface, giving us the courage to face challenges with a composed and steady mind. By intentionally cultivating silence, we nurture a reservoir of inner strength that supports us through life's ups and downs. At its core, Silence helps us center ourselves, anchoring us in our own presence, rather than letting us be swept away by the expectations or judgments of others. In a world where opinions and information constantly bombard us, silence is a retreat that allows us to listen to our own voice. This inner clarity is essential for making choices that align with our authentic selves. When we regularly connect with our own thoughts and feelings in silence, we become less susceptible to external influences, developing a strong sense of self that remains steady, regardless of external pressures. Moreover, silence enhances our ability to endure discomfort, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. When we sit with silence, we often encounter our own thoughts, fears, and insecurities. Rather than avoiding these feelings, silence encourages us to confront them with patience and acceptance. This practice teaches us that we are capable of facing discomfort without needing to escape or distract ourselves. By building this tolerance for silence, we simultaneously build tolerance for life's inevitable challenges. This resilience becomes a foundation of inner strength, allowing us to stand firm and composed, even when life feels overwhelming. Silence also promotes emotional stability by giving us the space to process our feelings before reacting. Often, in the heat of the moment, we may feel compelled to react impulsively, driven by anger, frustration, or anxiety. However, by taking a moment of silence, we allow these emotions to settle, gaining perspective on the situation. This pause can make a tremendous difference, transforming our reactions into thoughtful responses. The ability to respond from a place of calm and reason is a hallmark of inner strength, demonstrating a mastery over our emotions that enhances both our personal growth and relationships. Furthermore, silence supports mental clarity, enabling us to solve problems more effectively. When our minds are quiet, we are able to think with greater focus and creativity. This is why some of our best ideas often arise in moments of solitude and silence, free from distraction. By dedicating time to quiet reflection, we allow our minds to work through challenges more organically, fostering an intuitive strength that guides us toward wise solutions. This clarity in silence becomes a guiding force, helping us make decisions rooted in confidence and foresight. To incorporate silence as a source of inner strength, establish moments of quiet reflection in your daily routine. This could be as simple as a few minutes of meditation, a silent walk, or sitting quietly with a cup of tea. During these times, focus on grounding yourself, observing your thoughts, and reconnecting with your inner voice. Over time, this practice of silent introspection will fortify your sense of self, fostering a resilience that can support you through any challenge. In conclusion, silence is a powerful source of inner strength, offering clarity, resilience, emotional stability, and mental clarity. By intentionally seeking moments of quiet, we cultivate an inner sanctuary where we can connect with our true selves, confront discomfort with grace, and approach life's difficulties with poise. Embracing silence in this way transforms it into a wellspring of strength that empowers us to live with courage, conviction, and unwavering confidence in our own path. Lesson 10. Silence as a means of self-discovery. Silence offers a profound avenue for self-discovery, granting us the space to delve into the depths of who we truly are. In the quiet moments of life, free from the constant demands of external expectations and societal pressures, we encounter our most authentic selves. Silence allows us to peel back the layers of roles we play and the masks we wear, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of our values, desires, and purpose. In embracing silence as a tool for self-discovery, we embark on an inner journey that not only reveals our true nature, but also empowers us to live in alignment with it. In our noisy, fast-paced world, we rarely get the chance to pause and truly listen to ourselves. Silence, however, encourages us to reflect on the essential questions. What do I value most? What fulfills me? What are my strengths, my weaknesses, and my dreams? These questions are often drowned out by the noise of daily life, yet they are critical to understanding who we are and what we stand for. Through silent reflection, we create a sacred space to explore these questions without the distractions that usually cloud our minds. This inner dialogue reveals insights that might otherwise go unnoticed, offering clarity that guides us in making decisions aligned with our core beliefs. Moreover, silence fosters an honest confrontation with our fears, doubts, and insecurities. In the quiet, we are left with our own thoughts, free from external validation or criticism. This vulnerability may feel uncomfortable, yet it's essential for growth. By sitting in silence, we allow ourselves to face aspects of ourselves that we might otherwise avoid, such as self-doubt or past regrets. Confronting these feelings helps us accept them, providing an opportunity to work through and grow from them. Over time, this acceptance nurtures self-compassion, teaching us to treat ourselves with kindness and patience as we navigate the complexities of self-discovery. Silence also helps us become aware of subconscious patterns that influence our behavior. Many of our actions and decisions are shaped by deeply ingrained habits and beliefs that operate in the background of our minds. In silence, these patterns often become more visible, allowing us to identify and question them. For instance, we may notice self-limiting beliefs that have held us back, or patterns of negative self-talk that undermine our confidence. Recognizing these internal patterns is the first step in breaking free from them, enabling us to create new, more empowering habits that align with our aspirations. Furthermore, silence encourages us to connect with our intuition, an inner voice that often gets drowned out in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Intuition is a powerful guide, yet it requires quiet to be heard. In silence, we learn to trust this voice, using it as a compass to navigate decisions and challenges. This connection with our intuition fosters confidence as we begin to rely on our own inner guidance rather than constantly seeking external validation. To make silence a means of self-discovery, set aside time for regular quiet reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness. Allow yourself to be fully present with your thoughts and feelings without judgment or distraction. As you deepen this practice, you'll uncover layers of insight about who you are and what you truly want, empowering you to live a life of authenticity and purpose. In conclusion, silence is a powerful tool for self-discovery, providing a pathway to explore our values, confront our fears, recognize subconscious patterns, and connect with our intuition. By embracing silence, we gain clarity about who we are and the life we wish to lead, allowing us to live more fully and authentically. This journey of self-discovery not only enriches our relationship with ourselves, but also provides a foundation of inner strength that supports us in all aspects of life. Lesson 11. Silence as a means to cultivate gratitude. Silence can be a powerful medium for cultivating gratitude, providing us with the mental space to appreciate the simple yet profound aspects of life. In our busy, fast-paced lives, it's easy to overlook the blessings that surround us. We often get so caught up in the demands of our daily routines and the endless pursuit of our goals that we forget to pause and acknowledge what we already have. Silence allows us to step away from this cycle of busyness, giving us the time to reflect on what truly matters. When we sit in silence, free from distractions, we can become more mindful of the small moments, relationships, and experiences that bring joy and meaning to our lives. Gratitude cultivated through silence is not superficial or fleeting. It is deep and enduring. In moments of quiet, we can focus on the things we often take for granted, such as our health, loved ones, or the beauty of nature. Silence creates a calm environment where we can reflect on these aspects without interruption, helping us recognize how fortunate we are. This kind of gratitude fosters a contentment that is not dependent on material possessions or external success, but rather on an appreciation for life itself. The more we practice gratitude in silence, the more we can carry this feeling with us, transforming our perspective on life and our approach to everyday challenges. Furthermore, silence helps us acknowledge the positive aspects of difficult experiences. Life is filled with ups and downs, and often it's in the silent reflection after hardship that we gain the most insight. Silence gives us a chance to look back on our struggles and see how they have shaped us, allowing us to find gratitude even in adversity. This form of gratitude is rooted in resilience, as it teaches us to value the growth and strength we gain from overcoming obstacles. By embracing silence, we can learn to appreciate not only the joys of life, but also the lessons and character-building moments that hardship provides. Silence also promotes gratitude for the present moment. When we pause in silence, we're not focused on past regrets or future anxieties. Instead, we're fully engaged in the here and now. This present moment awareness is a fertile ground for gratitude because it allows us to see beauty in what is, rather than always wishing for what could be. In these moments of stillness, we become more attuned to the details that make life rich: a gentle breeze, a warm cup of tea, or the sound of laughter. Through silence, we cultivate an appreciation for these seemingly ordinary experiences, realizing that they are the true fabric of a fulfilling life. To use silence as a means to cultivate gratitude, set aside a few minutes each day to reflect quietly on things you are grateful for. This practice doesn't require elaborate rituals. Simply sitting in stillness, letting your mind wander to the people, moments, or opportunities you cherish is enough. You might also consider keeping a gratitude journal, where you jot down reflections that arise during your quiet moments. Over time, these reflections will deepen your sense of appreciation, creating a habit of gratitude that becomes ingrained in your perspective. In conclusion, silence is a powerful tool for cultivating gratitude, offering a space to reflect on life's blessings, appreciate the lessons in challenges, and embrace the present moment. By taking time for silent reflection, we foster a lasting sense of gratitude that enriches our lives, helping us to see beauty in the mundane and value in our experiences. This deepened gratitude nurtures a sense of contentment, providing us with a stable foundation of joy and resilience that enhances our overall well-being. Lesson 12. Silence as a practice of humility. Silence teaches us humility by reminding us of our limitations and guiding us to listen and learn rather than dominate conversations or constantly assert our opinions. In a world where people often speak to assert authority, prove knowledge, or influence others, choosing silence is a humble acknowledgement that we don't have all the answers and that there's always more to understand. Embracing silence as a practice of humility helps us become more receptive to the wisdom of others, fostering a mindset of lifelong learning and growth. Through silence, we recognize that true wisdom often comes not from speaking, but from listening deeply. One of the most powerful aspects of humility is the willingness to accept that we don't know everything and that other perspectives have value. Silence encourages us to step back, allowing us to truly hear what others are saying without rushing to impose our own viewpoints. By listening attentively, we show respect for others and acknowledge that their experiences and insights matter. This approach not only enriches our understanding, but also strengthens our relationships, as people feel valued and respected when they are given the space to speak freely. Silence becomes a channel for connection, allowing us to engage more deeply with those around us. Moreover, silence in humility helps us detach from our egos. Our need to constantly assert ourselves, to be heard and validated, often stems from an ego-driven desire for recognition or approval. Silence, however, quiets the ego by removing the need to be the center of attention. In choosing silence, we learn to be comfortable with our own thoughts and to find fulfillment within ourselves rather than seeking it externally. This detachment from the ego fosters a deeper, more grounded sense of self-worth, as we learn to value ourselves not based on others' validation, but on our own growth and inner peace. Silence also teaches us that sometimes the best response is no response at all. By not reacting impulsively, especially in moments of conflict or disagreement, we demonstrate a humility that values harmony over being right. This ability to hold back and let things pass without needing to have the final word is a powerful expression of humility. It shows a maturity and inner strength that prioritizes peace over ego, helping us navigate conflicts with grace. Silence allows us to assess whether our words would contribute positively to a situation or if they're simply a means to defend our pride. Additionally, silence fosters humility by helping us recognize the vastness of what we don't know. When we spend time in quiet reflection, we become aware of our own limitations, understanding that there is always more to learn. This acknowledgement of our own ignorance encourages us to approach life with curiosity and openness, seeking knowledge and experiences without the arrogance of believing we already know it all. In silence, we open ourselves to the world's endless wisdom, realizing that every person, every situation has something valuable to teach us. To practice humility through silence, set an intention to listen more than you speak in conversations, especially in discussions where emotions run high or where others might benefit from having the floor. Embrace moments of reflection where you consider your own limitations and the areas where you still have room to grow. This practice will help you cultivate a humble approach to life, valuing learning and connection over self-promotion. In conclusion, silence as a practice of humility enables us to listen deeply, detach from ego, foster inner peace, and recognize our limitations. By embracing silence, we open ourselves to the wisdom of others and approach life with a humble, curious heart. This humility not only strengthens our relationships, but also enriches our personal growth, guiding us toward a life marked by understanding, grace, and an openness to lifelong learning. In a world full of noise, finding strength in silence is a rare, transformative journey. We've explored how silence isn't just a void, but a powerful tool for self-reflection, resilience, and true growth. As you start to embrace silence in your daily life, you'll find it opens doors within you, doors that lead to deeper understanding, more authentic connections, and a profound sense of inner peace. Silence is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity, an oasis that keeps you centered amidst the chaos. But now, it's your turn to share. In the quiet moments, what insights have you discovered? Have you found yourself relying on silence to navigate challenges, find clarity, or connect with others more meaningfully? Take a moment to reflect. Then drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let this be a space where we learn from each other's experiences, where our words carry weight because they come from a place of introspection. And if this journey resonates with you, why not take it further? A simple click on that subscribe button could be your commitment to cultivating more silence, more intention, and more growth in your life. Each time you return here, you're building on that commitment, embracing a community that values depth over noise, insight over impulse. Let's transform this digital space into a quiet revolution. Hit like if you believe in the power of silence. Share this with someone who might be rushing through life and could benefit from a pause, a breath, a moment to reconnect with themselves. Together, let's create a ripple of mindfulness, one silent insight at a time. Remember, silence speaks volumes. And in this space, every word matters. So let's walk this path together, embracing the wisdom in stillness, the strength in restraint, and the peace in quiet. Here's to the journey,